Okay guys, we're going to be looking at how do we know when to choose between mean, median, and mode. So basically, in a certain problem, when would we want the mean, or the median, or the mode? In your first example of your notes, it tells us that there's 10 students that were surveyed to see how many caffeinated drinks they drink in a normal day. And this is the data they came up with. So what they want to know is which measure of central tendency represents the number of beverages drunk normally by the students. So in order to answer that, we need to find the mean, median, and mode. In the previous video, we already discussed how to find this. So to find the mean, we find the sum of everything and divide by how many things we have. I already went ahead and did that for you. I added our data, got 17, divided by 10 because we have 10 numbers or 10 people, and that's 1.7. The mode is 1 because it appeared 3 times, and then the median I organized from least to greatest, got the middle number, and it was 2. So from these numbers, we need to ask ourselves which one of these would best represent this data. So on average, how much beverages does a student drink? Would it be 1.7, 1, or 2? Well, 1.7 doesn't really make sense. We can kind of round it to around 2, but a 0.7 of a drink doesn't make sense at all. So really here, if we look back at our data, we don't see any outliers. Remember, outliers were those numbers that are either way big or way small. And what they're going to end up throwing off is your average, or in other words, the mean. So in this case, they're all pretty close together. 3, 1, 2, they're all close together. So there's really no outlier. Therefore, the mean is normally our best bet. Let's take a look. Like we were saying, the mean is 1.7. So in reality, we could say that's around 2. But an even better answer would be the median because it's exactly 2. So either the mean or the median would be good choices here. In example 2, they gave you a table where they said how many employees and how much they get paid per hour. Now if you notice here, the first thing I see is that there's a big outlier because there's one person that gets paid $25, 2 people that get paid $15, but 20 people that get paid $6.50. So that's going to affect a lot your average. This 25 is way up there. Almost nobody gets paid that. So that's going to throw your average off, the mean. Therefore, they asked, which would you not want to use for the best reflection, the mean, median, and mode? And in this case, the mean, we don't want to use it because there's an outlier. So since it affects the mean, I would not want to use the mean to represent this. I might want to use the mode, or normally here the mode is the second best answer. So the most people get paid about $6.50. Here they gave you this data and they wanted to know which measure represents 1.5. In order to answer this, we would need to work out the mean, the median, and the mode, find out which gives you 1.5, and that would be your answer. We're not actually going to do it, but if this was a question they asked you on the STAR test, I would expect you to solve each one and see which one gives you 1.5. For number 4, they want to know what is the most common number of songs. Some student wrote how many songs he downloaded, and so this was the data they got. And so the word common should automatically in your head think, oh, that means the mode, the one that occurs the most, because that's the most common. So the most common here is 4 because it appears 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So the mode here is 4. Then we have another keyword, varied. Here they gave you a table with time and temperature, and they want to know what measure represents the degrees that the temperature varied by. The word vary should automatically tell you difference, the difference between highest and lowest. So the difference between the highest is 70, the lowest is 65, so they're asking for the range. 70 minus 65 is 5, and that's it.